Welcome back to some more EU4 with me, Daniel, from Dan Has Fun, playing as East Frisia, I think for the last episode, potentially, today. I think we'll be forming the Netherlands, finally. Felt like we might have been able to do this maybe 10 episodes ago if things had gone to plan. Thanks, Nassau. But yes, last episode, we took a couple of provinces, the required ones. Well, one of them's required to form the Netherlands, the other one was just part of the minimum number of Dutch provinces you needed. There are other Dutch provinces we clearly want, but we've got the ones that we need. We just have to core them. We attacked Denmark last episode, but then didn't take any land from them because we didn't want the entirety of Europe hating us. We just have half of Europe hating us for now. This episode, like I said, we're going to try and form the Netherlands. We're going to try and help our colony. We might even decide to attack the English while they're being wrecked. We'll have to see. We have an extra merchant because we must have got our colony up to 10 provinces, which is excellent. This has an emporium, so we definitely want to get a colonist sent there. Go from Hoya, please. And then, yeah, we're going to start backfilling a little bit. We think we're going to go for an Eastern American colony. It's just very dangerous, but we might as well live fun. Merchant, where do you want to go? So currently we have one in Lubeck pushing to the English Channel. We have one in Champagne also pushing to the English Channel. We still only have 33% of the trade here. We need to we'll keep pressing on that once we get our colonies fully established. We'll do that because money's a little bit tight. It may not look it, but we still have 2 loans out. In terms of options to place our merchants, there's not a fantastic option. We could put them in the Rhineland and push money towards Champagne rather than over to Lubeck, but what, we've got a merchant in both, who cares, right? We could try and push more money from the Vienne trade node. That's fine, but it probably won't move the needle very far. Pushing money out of the Baltic Sea is a little bit more tempting, but then we have to push it again. And we only have 11% trade power in the Lubeck trade node. We're not really putting all of our eggs in that basket. What we're more likely to do is start pushing trade from over here. So, as weird as this might sound, I'm not going to prioritize the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Why? Because if I push money out of here, I'm just making my own colony poorer. So instead, we're going to push it out here instead. We're going to push it out of, the Chesapeake Bay trade node instead. Because, we do have some vested interest here, but it's pretty minimal. We will, don't get me wrong, be pushing trade out of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. We're just not doing it yet. I don't want to kill my colony. I want it to keep developing by itself. Because again, provinces that I don't have to generate for them are provinces I don't have to pay for. So that for me is a win. I believe if we want to form the Netherlands, we can't be at war at the time. We have to be at peace. So we may want to just hang tight on the plan to really take advantage of England getting wrecked. We'll probably wait, although they are essentially out of troops at this point. All their troops they do have are on the European mainland, which is very unlike England. Trader is completed. Awesome. So, decision available. Form the Dutch nation. We have all check marks. The Dutch are emerging as one of Europe's most capable naval and colonial powers. Lucrative trade opportunities locally and overseas have resulted in a swift evolution for the country into one of the first capitalist countries in the world. We get 25 prestige from doing this, and we get a permanent claim on all the low countries, which is essentially just this. But better than nothing. Yes, we're going to take the new traditions and ambitions. Even if they were worse, we probably would. And we now get a mission tree that is not generic and boring. There's a lot going on here. I don't know how much of this will get done, but there's a lot. So, Dutch mission tree. Assert our sovereignty. We have at least, 4 core provinces. We get 100 military points. We're going to take it immediately. Challenge Spanish power. We have at least 33% of Spain's naval strength, which is a depressing figure to have to beat, but we're doing it. Done. Fixed garrison system. we have at least 3 provinces in the Low Countries region that have the most advanced type of fort available. You really want to do this earlier rather than later, because it can be kind of expensive to deal with later. Done. None of those give you fantastic rewards, but at least want to point out what they are. Strengthen the Vroedschappen. The burghers lovers. We get more mercantilism. Done. We don't have this yet, though. Land owned by the crown at least 60%. We're probably not far away. I can never remember which button it is for that. Click button so you find the right graph. I think we were... Not there, not there, not there, not there. I guess we'll touch the Dutch ideas while I'm here. It's the estate ones, but I'm being stupid. But, yes, Dutch ideas. They're pretty good. Inflation reduction's pretty good. Extra merchant and trade... I mean, the trade rate is fine, but the extra merchant... Yeah, I like it. Cheaper development. Better if you're playing tall, which I'm clearly not, but that's still pretty good. Naval leader fire, more sailors, and more Marines force limit. All pretty good. Tolerance of heretics +3, I don't really care. 10% better sieging. Very good. We like that. Land fire damage. Pretty good too. You may have noticed that there's something very much missing from this tree. We don't have any discipline or morale benefits. At all. None. Our army is going to be terrible. So we're going to have to pick ideas that compensate for that. We're good at sieging, but our troops themselves are not very good. Bear that in mind. We can have a huge number of ships, though, for our size, because of our 50% bonus in our Dutch traditions, if we can afford them. Land reclamation in Holland. We have admin tech 13 and at least 50 power. So we can, until the end of the game, get 25% cheaper local development costs, at least in Amsterdam. Usually it's worth doing. We get the mission to form Germany if we want to. That's a tricky proposition, especially with how this game's kind of started, but we'll see what happens. We wanted to talk about estates, though, didn't we? We are at 58%. We are not going to pull the trigger on that yet, because I don't want the pastors to revolt. I guess we can summon the deer. Why not? What do you want? Westphalen to get a manufactory. Quite possible. Hoya to get at least 3 base power for manpower. Base power for manpower, that's how you say words. Probably useful given our lack of manpower. That's a free base tax, though. That gives us nobility happiness. I would almost never do this, but we're going to do the military option for Hoya. So Hoya is here. Click, click. Then when we unpause, we should say we completed that. Yes, we did. Thank you for the manpower. And that now means we've completed merge the stat holders, because the nobility likes us. We get 100 military points for free. Thank you. We've completed regents contracts, because we have at least 80 Republican tradition. So that's pretty easy. But now we're at issue great reglement. I'm not sure. We just need a lot of prestige, practically, for this, and we just don't. In terms of where we want to go here, we do want to unite the lowlands. That's pretty important. Sea Beggars we should be able to complete fairly quickly. I'm not worried about that either. There's nothing in here I absolutely feel the need to race to, although it's funny that, well, Settle North America's this far down the list, and we have already managed to do it. But we can't get the reward for it, because look how far up the tree we still are. But that's fine. We have another merchant. Where do we want to put you? No point putting it in Bordeaux, because it's not keeping any money. I think we're just going to put it in the... It's either the Baltic or, depending, I can never remember where this goes. I think the Caribbean one all goes... Okay, no, it does go to Bordeaux. Why is this being pulled, even though nobody's trying to pull it? I don't know. How much money is even in the Caribbean right now? Not a huge amount. Spain and Portugal are mostly pulling it out anyway. Okay, that's fine. Well, we're going to pull it out of Ohio then. We want to pull as much out of North America as we can, apart from where our colony is, at least for right now. Again, they will be getting pulled. Just not yet. Let's unpause. Wow, that's a stripe show. Yeah, Europe is a stripe show. Nations are leaving the coalition against us. I don't really know why, but they are, so I'm not going to complain. We still have this one province I don't really want to deal with. Yeah, more nations are leaving the coalition. Excellent. And our colony has a nice orange colour as well. Ah, that's something else I forgot to mention. We formed an empire. That means we're no longer in the Holy Roman Empire. Honestly, that's probably a good thing at this point. Now, we could... Theoretically, we could rejoin it. But... Nassau hates us. So that will never happen. But what that does mean is... Theoretically... that once the religious war is over, we should be able to attack Nassau with a little bit more safety, in fact. And people will respect us more, so they are going to be more likely to ally us as well, because we'll have better Diplo rep. Not that you'd know, looking at the list of nations that would ally us currently, but, you know, go start somewhere. We also have a third diplomat. Yay! Another person we're going to have sitting around probably not really doing anything. No, really, the main advantage of getting out of the Holy Roman Empire at this point is that that unlawful territory penalty will start going away for everybody. To some degree. If we take land that is in the Holy Roman Empire, they're probably not thrilled by it, but they're going to have to eat our butt. I think that's the technical term. Do we want to try and take these colonies off England? If we did that, that would bring Portugal in, which is interesting. How on earth are Portugal willing to join? Like, they are getting crushed, aren't they? I can't believe they would join them. Genuinely shocked. I wonder... Could I get our colony to start war against them? No, because they're at war. Who are they at war with? Why are we being attacked? Why are they being attacked by the Abenaki? That's very rude. We're going to current wars. I mean, I don't blame them for doing this, but... Can we white peace you? We're going to enforce peace. White peace. I don't... It's what happens. It makes sense. The colony gets founded and then the natives go, oh my god, this is going to ruin everything. We need to take it out now. And that's correct. But they also don't want us to get involved and wreck everything. So they'll pretty much always agree to a white peace unless they're massive. But... now that they are not in a war, we're going to start a war in colony. Oh, I didn't want French. I didn't want French Canada. I want them to attack England. 13 colonies. Why will you only go after the French? I mean, that would be fine as well. That's not the plan. Do they? So they have a navy. You don't. I can't gift my troops to them. I wish I could, but can't do that. I guess that's for game balance purposes. Makes some sense. I could offer them as a consolidary if they would take it, I guess, but I don't even know if colonies are allowed to do that. It's risky getting them to do the colony game, but we might wait just a smidge for that. Although, they do have as many troops as France. They have the same military tech level. They get the same tech as you had when you formed the colony, by the way, in case anybody's asking or wondering. Which is why their Diplo tech is so much worse. Because ours was pants. I think we do get them to attack the French colonies. Where are they going? I don't want to do this yet. But conveniently, because we are lacking that institution right now, we can keep more points, so I can still stockpile them. So I think the consensus is we're going to go exploration ideas, and then we're pretty much going to have to spam all the military ideas. I think that's the overall gist of what's going to have to happen. Although we may throw a naval one in there, because if we can get 1 million ships out, then it won't matter quite as much that we are not quite so strong in the categories of military warfare. Because the logic is that nobody will really be able to get to us. Weird, we've had people leave the coalition and people join the coalition all at the same time. I guess they're really indecisive. Please don't do that. We are going to start putting our army back online, I think. We're going to wait. I don't want you to get wrecked. We did that last time. Turn the speed back down. Wunderbar. Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, we're clearly still going to have to help our colony develop. They are not capable of doing things by themselves. Seize that land. We're now over the 60% threshold. That gives us 100 diplomatic points. Not going to complain. And then adjust the general means. We need at least one more province with at least 8 base tax. Which, this is probably a good time to do this. So one of these has to have at least 8 base tax. Well, you have a 7. Well, that was easy. I was going to say, if you have a 7, I'll do it. More national tax modifier. Excellent. Then puts us to interest of Holland. For the coast of Holland, we need to have 50% or more trade power. I cannot believe that we don't. That's very surprising to me. And then dictates what we're going to do next with some of this money. Trade power down here, please. Well, that's not very good, but we'll make it happen. We probably need to form a state with that, if we haven't already. No, you are a state. Okay. You're a state too. I'm surprised that we have not as much trade power as we do. Okay. Well, we'll keep working on it anyway. Do we want to build a manufactory? We probably should. That's worth quite a lot of scratch. That's going to future-proof a few things. So definitely worth doing in my eyes. And then, yeah, we'll have to pay off those loans. Yeah, France has no troops and is almost entirely occupied. I hope Spain doesn't eat all of this. That would be dreadful. We don't want an Uber Spain. I do think we're going to have our colony attack New France. They're in debt? What are you doing? Hopefully they won't be stupid. That's pretty much the story of everything in this game. Hopefully the AI will not be dumb. What do you think? Do you think they're going to be smart, or do you think they're going to be stupid? I'll take the prestige, please. Don't really have anything for that other diplomat to do. We're already capped with Spain. I guess maybe we try and buddy up to Portugal a bit. Maybe then they won't join in against England. I don't know. You just get used to not needing that many diplomats. Trust me, you get used to not having very many colonists either, but that is not what I meant. Do you want to do something? Like, attempt to occupy any land, or sit near it, or do anything at all? I get it, Nassau's occupied this stuff, but they're going to come over and start wrecking your stuff soon if you don't do something. Yeah, there's French Canada. There's our colonies stack, and they're just going to stand off and do nothing. I mean, that's one way of dealing with this, I guess. You outnumber them, attack them. Just occupy, so do anything. Like, I have no control over what you're doing, but what you're doing is stupid and I don't like it. Mainz is converted to the correct religion. I appreciate that greatly. Yeah, we're playing the save money for loans, and then it'll be institution game, I think. How much money are we making? 20 a turn? It's not dreadful. Oh, look at the turntables. Denmark has... What are you doing? That's fine, you can just grab it back afterwards. Go and take it back. Go on. What are you doing? Why are you going back? Go and reoccupy it. Come on. AI, please, you're killing me. Oh, I know, kitty. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Cat's meowing. It's like, even the cat's like, what are you doing? I know, they're rubbish at this. They're terrible at colony management, kitty. Oh, that was the colony that didn't have a colonist. That's fine. I was like, why can't I put them down? No, that's fine. Please go and take your land back. Please. Move forwards. You outnumber them like nearly 2 to 1. Oh, dear, dear. Well, we can afford the new institution now if we want to. We might want to hang on a little bit longer. The stability cost modifier is pretty irrelevant for us, but... How much longer? If we wait longer, it'll get cheaper. It does get more expensive as you get less autonomy, but... I think it'll still continue to get cheaper, so we'll wait. I'm in no rush. We're not at our cap. Oh, they're going forwards. They might be doing it. It's killing them, but they're doing it. No. What are you going? Please, please, don't be dumb. All you have to do is sit here and build some ships. Oh, this is pain. Why are you attacking them with 2 ships? What are you doing? They're 2 transports. Man, I wish I could... Well, I should be able to sell them ships for essentially nothing. I mean, that's one way of getting around this problem. It's not under send gift. It's under... You're not... Where is it? Am I blind? Probably. Yeah, sell ships. Oh, yeah, you can't do that while your recipients... What? That makes no sense. I guess it's so you can't just give them stuff for free, but still, this is painful. You have so many more resources than them. Just build some ships, please. Up to 3 ships. Did you build something that wasn't a transport? No, why would you? Build something that's not a transport. How did you even get over there? Oh, because Spain's here. And Spain's going to occupy it instead. You had one job and you failed. And then they left and you still didn't occupy... What is going on? Yeah, the AI drives me insane. And France is now out of their war. So they're probably going to force a white peace, or they're going to wreck me. So France is giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces to Nassau. We'll release Burgundy as well. That is... I mean, there's good and bad news for that. So the good news is Spain didn't get any bigger. The bad news is, well... I mean, look at Nassau now. They're going to be big and terrifying again. So that sucks. But on the flip side, look at all these provinces you should now be able to deal with, colony, which you probably still won't manage because you're stupid. Come on! Occupy something! Please! Where are you going? Oh, Jeebus. At this point, they're just going to trade one colony province for another. Yeah. Yeah, we're down to 120 gold now to get the institution. It'll get slightly cheaper even still. Still happy to wait. Tariff on fish. First tariff event that we've got since we got a colony. So at the moment, our tariff efficiency is 9%. We're not making a ton of money off them. There are pros and cons. So obviously, taxing it gives us more money, but it gives them less money, which means they won't develop as much. I'm going to say leave it be for now. I want them to develop. If I start taxing them more lately, that's fine. Oh, I guess they were down here and I didn't notice. There's 1,500 natives there. Wow, I did not see that. And I can't get there with any level of ease. You hate me, but are you going to let me walk through your territory? Thank you. What do you mean you still need... You don't. Oh, that's not an open province. It's such a similar colour, I thought it was unoccupied. Okay, well, we'll deal with that in a second then. We have a mission to complete. The general reglement, because we're below 2 corruption now. Thank you for the 200 admirals. We are now at our cap. So we're going to do this, that. I may have burnt a few points on that, but it's fine. We want to get... Well, we had explosions, so it's expansion that we want, but we do want expansion ideas. Get expansion, that gives us another colonist immediately. We're also at our cap on military, so do that. Get military tech 14, that gives us new horses. Thank you. We're still a bit behind on Diplotech, but at least we can get to Diplotech 12, so we're not getting the corruption penalty from balanced research. So that is now up and running. Yeah, I didn't even notice that they were there. That's very, very annoying. But that's fine. We'll have to ask for open borders when we get there and cost a couple more Diplo points. Not catastrophic, just annoying. Not as annoying as watching my colony just absolutely poop the bed over and over again. And it's just pain. But yeah, now that France is out, the Catholic side of the religious war is going to win by a country mile. Country mile. Yeah, Sweden's getting wrecked something fierce. We need a new rival. 6 nations have rivaled us, and none of them are France, which is the one I wanted to rival back, but none of them are that. So, Nassau it is, because they hate us. Why would I give you open borders? No. Of course not. France hates Austria, that's fine. Oh, France has tried to colonize this corner. I don't like that. No siree, Bob. Now, hypothetically... Wait, what Why would Spain want to join in on that? They're not allied, so let's read that description again. I know we're breaking truce, so we would not do this right now anyway, but... Spain's defender of the faith, that's why. But they hate France so much they would never ever defend them. Okay. Well, we can't do anything with that currently anyway. I don't remember when our peace treaty with France expires. Oh, it's next year. Okay, well, that's an option on the table. I guess we can try and steal this back. They don't have any real troops currently, but they have the potential to. Maybe we should get some heavy ships. On mothball. The 3 transport ships, you can mothball, get out of the way. We want... Wow, we have a lot of room to maneuver here. We could only afford to get 6 of them right now, but we should start having them be built. Oh, more money. Well, that's a nice, convenient benefit. Mothball the 3 transports. We can get up to 9 heavies. Definitely worth doing. And our leader died. And we have some good options here. I prefer this distribution, but I'm going to take the guy with more pips. 353 is pretty good. And good trait, too. Okay, no qualms there. We can get a second idea, another merchant. We should probably spend some of these colonists. I know I'm happy making some bank, but we should probably put them down somewhere. You have 1,500 natives, so I'm going to have to send a stack of troops over here. Sending Protestant minority might be dangerous. So I guess I'm just going to have to keep expelling Westphalians for now. It's not really what I want. There's 2,500 here. Not really what I wanted to do, but it's fine. And then what we're going to need to do is split some of these up a bit. So, can I get open borders, please? Yes. So, 4,000's go in here. 4,000's go in there. And then I have to get some more troops over here. Okay, that's fine. And then that means when you come back... Yeah, you just are going to hate me forever. I'm not going to bother wasting my time with you, Portugal. I know I've got a spare merchant. I'll deal with that in a second. I just want to cancel this so I don't forget. Cancel that. And then we'll cancel you for military access when we get an option. Where do we want to put that other merchant and the colonists? We'll have to work out too. If we want to get a long-term plan. I think I'm going to start messing with the Caribbean. Try and pull some money away from that, because then Spain will make less money. We'll see how much we're pulling later. It's probably not going to be a lot. Because, well, we don't have any ships down here. But if we can pull something, that'll be helpful. And it'd be nice if I can get rid of this well, it'd be nice to get rid of the aggressive expansion, but I was trying to say it'd be nice if we can get rid of this slight amount of overextension we have. It's only 4%, but it means everything costs a little bit more. A little bit more unrest, a little bit less trading, a little bit of corruption. I just don't want to core it because I want to make sure I give it to my colony that I'm going to form down here, and it's a waste of money, kind of. But it's costing me money as well, so, I mean, you might argue it's not a waste at all, but I still don't want it. Oh, you picked an annoying time to move down here. Now I can't put my colonists down. You suck. I'm glad I noticed that. I nearly didn't because they have a similar but not identical colour. That's very annoying. And you've blocked him from getting back to this colony as well. That's also very annoying. At least they occupied the 2 parts of the Maritimes I wanted them to. I guess I put this here then for now, just so that you don't take another province. And you can sit... I don't know, over here? We're going to have to get some more troops this way, because you're horribly unbalanced. Well, I wish we had waited to get our building done, but that's fine. Speaking of, we should get some more on top of this. Okay, we're back at our financial cap. 11 heavy ships should be enough. Merchant has arrived. We can get the speed back up to 4. What's our next plan when it comes to attacking nations? Nassau will hate us forever. They're definitely going to join a coalition. Should we be attacking the coalition now? The problem at this point is that Nassau will join in if I attack another nation in the Holy Roman Empire. Austria will not get involved because they're currently in the religious war. It's still going on, which is crazy to think. It's just been going on forever. But you can see war score-wise, 99 against the leader of the Protestant side. So this will end any time. And we just don't have any good alliance options. Like, they've really fallen apart for us. Scotland still wants to join. Gotland. Yeah. I mean, the one positive of having Scotland is that they'll have at least a navy to work with, but they're so outgunned by England. It's just going to be suicide doing so. I can't fathom a reality where that's a good decision. If I could get Poland in, I mean, they will royal marry. They're probably not that far away. It's probably worth having a go. It's going to cost us a Diplo point every month. But they're so close to allying us. I think we could probably make that happen. Oh, the House of Elsevier. Having previously worked in bookbinding and bookselling, Lodewijk Elsevier had a fine understanding of every aspect of the making of a book when he finally moved on to become a printer and a publisher. He and his descendants would found one of the most famous and productive printing houses of the early modern age, lasting for 130 years. The House of Elsevier was known for its elegance and accuracy, but also for the small and very portable formats used, such as the duodecimo format. Blah, 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 blah. We like it because it happened for us. So Amsterdam's now going to produce paper. We get 100 Diplo points and some prestige. Pretty good. So if we look at Amsterdam... Ooh, that was laggy. That was weird. It doesn't seem to be very laggy now. Anyway, that's fine. Got distracted. Amsterdam up here. Producing paper at 5.25 current price. That's amazing. So this is going to be making some bank. We're probably going to want to build buildings to help with that. We also want to get eventually into the significant building, but we don't have the money for that currently. We ain't got time for that. This is what I wanted to wait for before we ended the video, because it's going to change a lot of things. Unsurprisingly, we have Johann III of Nassau as the Holy Roman Emperor. The Emperor triumphed. Sad times. The war of religion in the Empire ended in victory for the Emperor. If you're not Catholic, you're going to have a bad time. And Brandenburg had to give a couple of provinces to Mecklenburg. Sweden had to give a province to the Livonian Order. This sucks. The 13 colonies had to give a province to Spain, as did Portugal have to give a couple to Spain. Sweden had to give a province back to Denmark. None of this is good for me. So if we look at the adjustment on the map, nothing happened here, thank goodness. But this is now a thing, which means that you just know that Spain is going to go in and wreck England for the rest of their colonies, or at least in North America. Which means if we don't get a hold of these soon, we're not going to. But here's the problem. If England joins in, Portugal joins in. If Lorraine joins in, I cannot... I have to definitely make sure I don't colour visualize them. That's not the word that I meant, but you know what I mean. Because then everybody and their dog will join. We just don't have enough power to take on England and Portugal at the same time at this point. It's a shame. We're not miles away, but we're not there. You also have to remember that this is a point where England's getting whomped on. They're going to recover back to way more than this, as is Portugal. Although I'm curious how easy it's going to be for Portugal to keep on to all of their colonies now that they've had a giant chunk sent out of them. There is... There's a great war going on, so... Hungary and Spain are in a war against the Ottomans, and that means as a great power, technically, because we still are until May of 71 at this point, we could totally join in on the side of the Ottomans. That sounds like suicide, so I'm going to say no, but that's very funny. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that. So this is the war that's going on. The Ottomans are huge. Spain are almost as big. But my problem would be that if let's say I joined the Ottomans, all these colonies would come and wreck my face. So I just don't have the capacity for that. Although, you don't see this symbol very often, so it's always worth checking out. Speaking of things always worth checking out, the rest of the playlist, if you watched this video for the first time, I'd appreciate it, and like the video if you did, subscribe if you want to see some more. Now that we are finally the Netherlands, hopefully have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.